Start off here at the creek with some kidney wood. Allegedly, I guess, ancient folklore to help with kidney issues. Not medical advice, of course. Not something I would ever try, but the legend has it. A lot of cedar ash or ash juniper. Not exciting, but pretty abundant. Has its place. Now there's a ash juniper, which is multi-trunk. And there's the eastern red cedar, I think it's called, which are single trunk. I'm not sure if that's a single trunk or if that's a bunch of multiple trunks twisted together. Looks like a single trunk in the back, but that's not. Maybe. I'm not a botanist. I'm here for the experience. I mean, I learn what I can, but I don't dive too deep. Like I said, I'm an experience, not get into nitty-gritty details. They got the Yopon holly, which is good caffeine source, so they say. Never tried that either, but I pick up little minor details that, again, it's experience for me, not the minutia. We got some Turk's cap flowering. Flowers are edible, and I have tried that. I had these grown abundantly wild in my previous place where I lived. The leaves are edible, the flowers are edible, and the fruit is edible. And they are really abundant in the park. The leaves are kind of tough once they get a little bit older, but I still throw them in a salad. Oh, wafer ash. I still throw them in a salad, and by the time you get some avocado in there and other greens and some lemon juice, you know, the texture is just fine. Really kind of softens up in the mix there. Here's some more wafer ash. I really like the character, the way they kind of lean up, just lean out in a single line like that. I'd like to get some in my landscape. I think it would be pretty cool in the landscape. Look at how that just kind of just subtle, not too flamboyant like here I am. Oh, here's one, wafer swarming. Pretty cool. And that's why they call it wafer ash. It's not really an ash, but again, I'm not a botanist. When the ash junipers was named by someone named Ash, so that's where it gets its name. More wafer ash. Fairly abundant in this section, but not a whole lot in the park. It's throughout the park, but more common in this area. Not like the Turk's cap here, which you see everywhere. That one's not flowering yet. Mesquite, a common Texas native. You can see the bean forming there. Those are edible. They kind of prepare them differently. I mean, you can eat the raw beans. I eat them just like that. There's some more beans. Really sweet. Got a honey kind of flavor. And some greenbrier crawling along this tree here. An elm, I think. But it used to be a lot more common. More wayfrash ash down below. Used to be a lot more common, but now I don't see as much. But there's still some floating around. Maybe it'll pick up later in the season. I think this is copperleaf, but correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, here we go. Pennsylvania cucumber weed. A lot of this is going to seed right now. This is edible. You can throw it in your salads. Tastes like cucumber, smells like cucumber. I had a bunch of it at my previous property, which kind of migrated with me in my container plants. So I'm letting it go to seed, and hopefully I'll have some in my yard next season. It's Mexican buckeye. Also reasonably common, but there's not a whole lot in the park, but it's scattered throughout. Indian blankets. And a bunch of cactus throughout the area. Green ted, maybe. I'm not convinced, but that's what people seem to want to say. Doesn't look all that thready to me. Got your curled leaf yuccas. Texas persimmon. Probably male. I don't see any fruit. Males outnumber the females like 1 to 10 or 10 to 1. There is some fruit popping up in the park, but I never seem to be here when it's ripe. I think other people beat me to it. Petunia. We got our elms and we got our oaks. Dakota vervain, pretty color. Got another variety of yucca here with the thinner leaves. I don't know what it's called, but it's mixed in with the curl leaves. Found a female Texas persimmon. A little bit of fruit. Not too prolific, but there's a few more. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice little snack anyway once they ripen up. Oh wow, female too, with fruit. I was just about to say I think that might be her mate, but feel like a jackpot when you see several females together. Lemon bee balm. In with more Indian blankets. More Dakota vervain. And here, this is a thing of beauty right here. I love that color. That's some Mustang grape. Got the white underside. Another one of those 10 male to 1 female type of plants. Also pretty abundant in the area. Allegedly good for making jams and what have you. I'm not big into that kind of thing. I'm more of a raw vegan. I tried them raw, and you can eat them maybe in a survival situation, but they got a really harsh acidic feel to them. So I mean, they're not too bad if you, I mean, definitely don't eat the skin. Kind of like pop the guts out of the skin if you're going to eat them raw, but I don't think too many people do eat them raw. Not recommended, but like I said, in a survival situation, I'd eat them. Got some wild parsley here. You can see when they go to flower, but you can also see the kind of parsley looking leaves. They kind of like form little sticky things, not painful, kind of sticky, but they'll stick to you, so you want to kind of avoid them once they turned to seed. And also I saw some wood sorrel, kind of heart-shaped leaf. Oh, there we go. Which is edible, kind of a lemony taste. Oh, there you can see. That's what the wild parsley. These little seed things like stick to your clothes, and they're kind of a pain to get off. But like I said, not painful, but just an annoyance. So you want to avoid those. You see the little white flowers, you're probably going to have seeds also, so just avoid them unless you want to sit around. And oh, there's some more wood sorrel. I'll throw it in my salads. I got some of that on my property and on my previous property. I kind of like foraging since I'm not really great at gardening. I'll let nature do the gardening. There's some more Pennsylvania cucumber weed. Oh, I'm getting eaten alive here. There's some American beauty berry in this park. Allegedly a mosquito repellent, but I've tried it several times, and I think it's another folklore type of thing. But who knows? Maybe I'm just not doing it right. Turk's cap everywhere. I know my way around here, but they have these markers here, but you'll get lost if you try to follow them. And here's why. Very critical juncture here, where one's missing, so if you're trying to follow them and you really needed to follow this one and it's not there anymore, so, but just use your GPS on your phone until you learn your way around. I kind of learned my way around without GPS. I've been coming here for a long time. Didn't always have that option available. I had my own method. Kind of wherever the creek is, I turn. Whenever you come to a junction that's obviously not a straight path, turn away from the creek. That's how I learned my way around. But use your GPS. You got them now. There's a red bud I've never noticed before. I've walked this a million times. Just need to slow down once in a while like I am today, and you notice things that you never noticed before. Oh, there's another one. I'll be damned. Usually more focused on my footing on the incline. Texas mountain laurel. They do well here in the shade, but they don't really put out the blooms. They have a nice bloom in the spring. Very short-lived, but beautiful. But they need a more sunny area to get the blooms. There's another park that's kind of together with this park, where there's a bunch of them that are in bloom. I have, see if I can dig that video out and add it in here. There's a better view of the wood sorrel than my previous attempts. Good lemony flavor. Kind of hard to harvest. Seed pods are pretty tasty too. I don't know anything about grasses. That's a whole nother wormhole to go down, but rabbit hole, whatever. An abundance of Turk's cap in this area. A lot of them flowering now. Another good shade plant that actually does flower pretty well in the shade. I see people put them in their landscapes in sunny areas and they actually don't seem to do as well. Need more maintenance in a sunny area. Inland sea oats, maybe. Like I said, I don't know anything about grasses. See a lot of these persimmons in this area that are really reaching for the sun. If they give fruit, who knows how you'd actually get any of it. I love the Texas persimmon fruit though. Wish I could cultivate my own. You really have to get lucky with that 10-to-1 male to female ratio. I threw a bunch of seeds in my yards. We'll see if anything happens. Maybe even if I do get a female to come up, there are probably enough males in the area to fertilize it. Nice little dwarf palmetto patch down by the creek there. It seemed like the lower areas near the water like that, but I had some at my other property, which was not a low area by the water, and they did fine. They were apparently planted there into the landscape. Some prairie tea coming in. Which supposedly you make tea with it, but it's actually a good basil substitute. That's what I use it for, seasoning. Here's a wildflower meadow. A lot of Indian blankets. Starting to get a little bit overgrown, but oh, we got some sunflowers popping up in the middle there. This actually looked pretty good this year. They mowed this down before all the plants went to seed a few years back. Caused quite a stir, but looks like it's coming back to life. Had a few years where it's not really much going on in the meadow. And they allegedly reseeded it, but I am told by my plant biologist neighbor, that this is all from the existing seed bank, because the years that nothing came up, it didn't rain that much, and this is all what was already here normally. I'll take her word for it.